What's up, gamers? How the heck are you? If you've been in the dark at all about what's going on in Valheim and you truly haven't kept up with it because there hasn't been any crazy updates recently, well, one just dropped that I think is pretty significant, and it changes a lot of ways you can play the game, and I think that's absolutely incredible. It has been in public test server for a little bit, so you may have already seen some stuff from it, but they finally dropped it to the public, and I think it is absolutely incredible. So if you haven't delved into Valheim in a while, this might be your chance to get back. We're going to go over a few of the things. I'm not going to give away too many crazy spoilers because I'm sure you want to get out there and explore it for yourself, but I think that these changes to the game are going to be just sweet. I think they're going to be amazing. So let's go through it and let's check it out. All right, so here you have it on the Valheim official page. Valheim has dropped Hildir's request, and she is the sister to Haldor that we've already had in the game, the other merchant in the game, and she's finally made her way to Valheim. As she was coming to Valheim, she had some trouble along the way and lost some of her stock. So when you finally meet her, I don't know why I said stock like that, but when you finally meet her, she is basically going to have some tasks for you to complete so that you can upgrade her inventory. She has some base stuff when you first meet her, but the more stuff you find throughout the game, and she's going to give you locations on your map where she's sure she dropped all that stuff, so you have to go search and explore and find them. Once you find them, you will upgrade, or you basically upgrade her camp to give her more stuff to sell to you. So there's a ton of new cosmetics and things like that, also new crafting stuff that she is going to be able to sell you, and you're going to be upgrading later. So we're going to go over the abbreviated patch notes. I don't really want to go into the spoiler ones, but if you do want, you can go to any one of the Valheim page. If you have them on Twitter, they have the link there also. You can click it and it'll show you the spoilers, show you the details for the patch notes. So the abbreviated patch notes, obviously we got the new NPC, Hildir the merchant, new locations, which is what she's going to mark in terms of like where the stuff is. They've also added some world modifiers. This is the big kicker. So the NPC and that kind of stuff, that content is great, but this is what I think is going to be the game changer for a lot of people. 2 new crafting extensions that's going to come along with her quest, hair and beard styles, which is great. I mean, any more cosmetics, any more way to customize your character is awesome. And then new items such as the clothing and things like that, and armors and stuff, which is really cool. You also got that hair and beards are now visible when equipped in helmet, which I always found annoying, so I'm really glad that they're looking into that and they started fixing that. Various visual improvements, obviously that's amazing. A quick added button for quick stacking, which is super great, and then manually snapping for building. If you guys haven't got into the building recently, honestly, this has been incredible for me. I've made some really cool changes to my base, and I'm super excited that this just makes it a lot easier. Snapping in this game has not been your friend, but it is becoming a lot easier, and they are looking into it, so at least they're listening to people. This is why I've always loved Grounded, and then you guys know I'm always going to talk about Grounded, but this is why I've always loved the Grounded dev team. They listen to what people want, and they react the same way these guys are doing here. They're listening to what we want, they're getting the feedback, and they're giving us what we're asking for, and I think this is absolutely incredible. I love it when games do this. So let's go take a look at some of those world modifiers. Okay, so as you're at the main screen, when you hit start, you can apply this to any one of your current worlds or a new world if you want to. If you'll just look down there where it has the new remove manage saves, and now has world modifiers. So if you click on world modifiers, you'll be able to see that all the presets are at the top. So here you can select whatever sets that you want. If you wanted the game to be easy, it'll change all of the customization sliders to easy mode. And if you keep going through hardcore, there's a casual gameplay that changes, that makes the resources a lot more plentiful, things like that. There's things that makes it more immersive, stuff like that. So it basically will change the sliders down at the bottom to preset things that they feel that apply to those specific presets. I don't know why I keep saying presets so many times. I'm so sorry. All right, so basically how this works is if you want to customize any one of these, you're welcome to. It's a slider kind of, but you're not setting a value. You're just kind of clicking through what the slider options are. So normal will obviously be everything is normal. Now they do recommend you do play the game at least once as normal because that's the true experience of Valheim. I don't recommend that. So combat, obviously, the harder you make it for yourself, the harder combat's going to be. That's pretty self-explanatory. Death penalty, this is basically how much you lose and what you lose per death. So right now you lose, all your items will stay on your dead body. You drop them immediately where you die. You also lose skills that you were increasing, you know, the skills that you increase over time, those have a reduction. That's your normal standing. So the harder you make it on yourself, you permanently lose items, or your skills, you know, stuff like that reduce a lot faster. Horrible stuff if you go into the hard route, but normal, obviously. And then you make it easier where you keep all your items, stuff like that. You know, you don't drop any equipment gear, you know, or you drop all your items. Your skills are reduced a lot less than on normal. So it's different stuff like that. You keep it however, whatever you feel your play style will be. This is what you would make a big decision. This is another huge one. I love this. This is resource rate. This is, so let's say when you normally pick up mushrooms, you pick up 1 mushroom. Obviously, if you do it 2 times, you're going to get 2 mushrooms, just like that. You know, so pretty self-explanatory. You just gain more. I increase this because I'm one single person. I don't necessarily do it for the resources for food, but I need it for the resources for like stone. I mean, wood's pretty abundant, but stone, if you guys haven't got to stone yet, or if you haven't got to, you know, even for, you know, whatever, if you haven't got to more materials further, then trust me, you're gonna want it, because it takes so much. It takes so much to build things. I know, trust me. So I increase this because I can't help it. But look, I've done this in the past with Ark. I might have got a little carried away in Ark. This, I'm trying to draw myself back a little bit. They allow you to mod and change so much of that game. Too much. This is a nice base, and I really like it. I think it's really great. Raids, how often raids happen? Raids don't really happen that often, or that crazy amount for me. I think they have a pretty good normal setting for this, so I don't change it. But if you guys feel like you're getting raided a lot, but yeah, by all means, drop this down or increase it if you want to take on more once. The only thing I get hit with a ton for some reason is hunts. Do you guys get hit with hunts in your game? It literally is the craziest thing for me. Every single time I'm out in the plains or I'm out hanging out trying to build something, I get hunted by like 7 wolves. I would pray, I want a troll attack or something. Can I just stop getting attacked by wolves? For the love of God, I get so many. My friend, this guy I play with, he's never been hunted one time. Didn't even know what it was when I told him. And I was like, I don't know why these dogs love me so much, but whatever. Portal. Judge me if you want. I don't give a dang. The stupidest thing in this game is that I can't take metal through portals. Dumb. All right? Dumb. And I'm so happy right now that we can do this. All right, and then these last ones at the bottom is no build cost. This was obviously to make the game a little easier because you won't need materials to build. This will be like for the players who just want to build. You still need to discover the recipe to build it, but you know, obviously you won't need any materials, which is nice, but this is really just for those build lovers. I get it, trust me. Building things is awesome, and it sucks to have to get all the materials to build awesome things. Passive enemies won't attack you until you provoke them, which is kind of nice. Once again, this is probably for the casual player that just wants to experience the game. No map. This is for the insane people in the world, because I don't understand who would want this. Who in their right god awful mind would want no map? It literally tells you, makes the game harder than it's supposed to be. It's because it's stupid. All right, people who do this are insane people, and trust me, if there's anybody out there that's doing this, they're crazy, and I don't know that I'll ever do that. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll put on every hardcore possibility and just die 1,000 times. So the last one is player-based raids. So how raids work in the game currently is if whatever boss you've just killed, you have a potential to be raided by everything from the next area up. So if, let's say, you've last killed the Elder, that means things from the mountain can technically raid you and down. So anything from the mountain, because the mountain would technically be the next one, which was Modder. So if you've beaten the Elder but you haven't gone to the mountains yet, you can't be attacked by things from the mountains, and that's a crazy thing to happen, because you know, if you haven't seen those creatures, you'll be like, I don't even know what to do right now. So be wary that once you take care of a boss, the next things up in the next plane, like let's say you take care of the Elder, your next world is the Modder, or is the mountains that you would explore. Those things can already raid your base. So just keep that in mind. That's how it currently works. Now, if you don't like that and you want to switch to a player base, that's going to do your progression. So how far you've come. So if you're using things in the Elder's world, then only the Elder and down can raid you. So just if this is something that you're interested in, that's fine. I think I'm cool with the current, me personally, I'm cool with the current way that it's progressing. I think it works out. Kind of gives you some competition. It gives you some little bit of worry. Trust me, I've had plenty of things attack my base that I did not want to attack that at the time. But I've also found great ways to stop raids from happening. And you know, so I personally am okay with it. But if this is something you're looking to use, then I recommend it wholeheartedly. All right, so I'd love to know what you guys think about the world modifiers. I think they're absolutely incredible. I do think that they are great additions to the game, and I can't wait to see what more they add to this game. I think the Hildar quest line shows that they are expanding, because my biggest problem with this game so far has been there's a lot in the world, but it's all kind of the same, if that makes sense. I don't need to go to another Black Forest because I've seen Black Forest. I've seen caves. I've gotten all I need out of caves and out of trolls and all that stuff. I don't need to go there anymore. I don't need to explore another mountain. I've gotten what I needed from there. But that's really all that's there. So you go to the next worlds. You know, I've been to the plains. They're all kind of the same. Things like that, you know? With the quest, with the things like that, it gives me a reason to go explore that island. You know, just because I found, let's say, you know, I found an island that, you know, or a lot of land that takes care of my needs. Well, I don't need to go to that other one. But this makes me go like, oh, I actually do need to go there because there's part of a quest line. There's part of something I need to do. It gives me something extra to look forward to for going to that area, and rewarded for it, because it's actually, you know, it's a new piece of gear, new something for me to discover, and I like that. And the fact that it actually tells me where it's at is another nice added thing. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with exploration, but the truth is this game is so massive, and when you're just one person playing this game, it's really hard to explore everything, and it's really time consuming. And as much as I love these types of games, not all of us have a massive amount of time in the day to check everything out. So I like the added quest line. I like the added features to the game. I think they did a great job with that. I hope they continue to do more of that. I hope they continue to add these little mini quests that they have. I think they're super fun. Almost gave a spoiler away there for a second. I didn't want to do that, but there is some extra content as well that I haven't talked about that I think is going to be super fun, and I can't wait. I can't wait to fully check it out and get some people talking about it. I think it's just going to be amazing. So thank you once again for watching this video. I know I kind of rambled on, but this was just kind of a lot of information style video, not so much, you know, action-packed fun video. I just kind of wanted to get this information out there so everybody kind of understood what the world modifiers meant and how to access them, what new features came with the update, and what they can look forward to when hopping into the game. So thank you once again, and as always guys, I'll gladly catch you in the next one. Peace out.